Okay, today we are going to discuss adverbs. Today we are going to discuss adverbs. Some sentences are given over here. I'm just highlighting it. Okay, the first sentence says she reads the newspaper. The second sentence says she reads the newspaper silently. So two sentences are given over here. In the first sentence, it is she reads the newspaper. In the second sentence, she reads the newspaper silently. You see the underlined word. The first sentence, reads, is underlined. Second sentence, silently, is underlined. Silently is underlined. So in the first sentence, reads is an action word. That means a verb. So a verb is an action word that we all know. So in the first sentence, reads is an action word. In the first sentence, reads is an action word. One second. In the first sentence, reads is an action word. And in the second sentence, silently tells us how she reads. That is, it tells us something more about the verb. So in the second sentence, silently tells us how she reads. So reads is an action verb, that is the verb. So in the second sentence, silently tells us how she reads. That is, it tells us something more about the verb. So it is an adverb. So when when a word speaks more about the verb, it is an adverb. As you know, verbs are action words. Adverbs are words that tells us something more about verbs. So as you know, verbs are action words. As you know, verbs are action words. Adverbs are words that tell us something more about verbs. So what is an adverb? Adverbs are words that tells us something more about verbs. Let's see the sentences over here. He speaks loudly. He walks slowly. She dresses up beautifully. He walks faster. So, what is an adverb? An adverb, okay, a word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adjective, verb, or other adverb. So, in a more profound way, we can say what is an adverb? A word or phrase that modifies or qualifies an adverb, verb, or other adverb. See over here. He speaks loudly. She walks slowly. She dresses up beautifully. He walks fast. So the underlined words are called adverbs. The underlined words are adverbs. Usually, adverbs are formed by adding ly to the adjectives. So when there is an adjective and you put ly, it will be mostly turned to be adverb. So it says he speaks loudly. That's an adjective. That's an adjective. And she walks slowly. And she. Okay, sorry. Uh, she speaks loud. When you say loud, that is an adjective. That is an adjective. But when you put ly to an adjective, it will become an adverb. It will become an adverb. So he speaks loudly. He speaks loudly. So when you put loud is a adjective, and when you put ly to the adjective, it will be adverb. That is loudly. So he speaks loudly. She walks slowly. She dresses up beautifully. He walks faster. So the underlined words are all adverbs. Usually adverbs are formed by adding ly to adjectives. So see, loud is an adjective. You put ly, loudly it is an adverb. Slow is an adjective. You put ly, then it become an slowly it become an adverb. Beautiful is an adjective. You put ly and it becomes an adverb. However, some adverbs are exceptions in this also. There are some adverbs that will not turn like that. We do not add ly to some adjectives to make adverbs. For example, we say I walk fast. We do not say I walk fastly. We will not say I will not. Sorry, we will not. We do not say I walk fastly, but we say I walk fast. From adverbs, from the adjectives, and use them in their your own sentence. So there's a homework over here. So you need to form adverbs from the adjectives and use them in your own sentence. Try it, and if there are doubts, you can check. Maybe the answer could be given in the textbook itself. There are some portions that you have to do it and send me on my WhatsApp. Do you know that? Do you know that there are some? Sorry. Do you know that there are several branches of traditional medicine in India? What is that? Do you know that there are several branches of traditional medicine in India? Some examples are Ayurveda, homeopathy, Unani. Speak with a doctor in your locality to understand the difference between Western medicine, allopathy, and traditional medicine, Ayurveda, homeopathy, Unani, or Inani. So you need to, it's a homework for you. What is being asked to you is there are several branches of traditional medicines in India. What is there? There are several branches of traditional medicines in India. There are several branches of traditional medicines in India. So what are some of the examples? You have the Ayurveda, you have homeopathy, you have Unani. So the requirement from you is speak with a doctor in your locality. You have to speak with a doctor and understand the difference between Western medicine and traditional medicine. So you have to understand the difference between Western medicine and traditional medicine. So Western medicine is allopathy, traditional medicine you have Ayurveda, homeopathy, Unani. So if possible, you could approach a doctor and find out the differences. But in like in Indian context, I mean in the context where we mostly live, the doctors are really busy and you may not get enough time to talk with them. In such a case, you can use internet. Nowadays, in internet, almost all stuffs are available, but don't completely depend upon just one source. Try to read several sources. Try to read different sources and try to find out the answers. Okay, try not to find out all the answers from one source, but try to find out the answers from different sources, so that you will get an appropriate idea. You got it right. So try to use internet, maybe 2 3 sources, and find out the differences between Western medicine and traditional our own traditional medicines. And the second one is speak with your mother. Speak with your mother and write down a list of things found at home that she uses to cure simple ailments or simple, diseases. Also, some years back, what happened in the houses where when somebody gets a sickness, probably the mother or the grandmother may know some traditional means through which they could get rid of the sickness. So you have given an example. Your mama or your mother may give you or may use ginger for the stomach upset. So she may put or she may add the ginger into something and will give it to you to make sure your stomach is functioning well. Or if your stomach is getting upset, she may put the ginger into something and will give it to you to for a cure for it. So you need to understand, traditionally we were using lots and lots of different things to get rid of some of the sicknesses that usually comes to us, like headache, fever, or any of the thing. Mostly the grandmother, the grandfather, the traditional people used to have different things which they used to help people to get rid of their sicknesses. So try to speak with your mama and try to find out some of that things. Okay, some of the portions that you have to do by yourself, describing people. Raja came home and wrote a description of the old man. Raja came home and wrote a description of the old man. Before writing the description of the man, Raja noted some points given below. His age, he's an old man. His physical features, he is tall, stout, white beard, grey hair, shrewd looks. Dress, long white robe and a skull cap. Behavior, polite and gentle. Special points, intelligent. This is what Raja wrote. An old grey-haired man came out of the hut. He was short and stout and had a white beard. He wore a long white robe and a skull cap. He looked quite shrewd and intelligent. He was also very polite and gentle. So it's a requirement from your side. They are giving an example. See, Raja is describing the old man in the story. You remember the old man in the story. Raja came home and wrote a description of the old man. You know the whole story by now, right? So Raja was taken to the old man. The parents thought that he was being bitten by a snake, but it was not. It was stung by a bee, and the grandfather and the grandmother thought it was a snake, and they took to the old man, who is a shrewd man and a clever man, and he was a kind of a doctor of that place. So doctor in the sense was not a real doctor, but kind of a village man who people approach for snake bite and for other sicknesses. So Raja knew that it was the old man was a cunning man. He was not a real doctor. So he is writing about the old man. See over here. So Raja, after coming home, he is writing about the old man. Raja, after coming home, is writing about the old man. Here we have some of the hints given here, like his age, he's an old man, his physical features, that he is tall, stout, white beard, gray hair, shrewd looks. Then his dress, long white robe and a skull cap, his behavior, polite and gentle, special points, intelligent. So Raja wrote like this: an old gray-haired man came out of the hut. He was short and stout and had a white beard. He wore a long white robe and a skull cap. He looked quite shrewd and intelligent. He was also very polite and gentle. So now, in about 6 or 7, now there is another assignment for you. In about 6 or 7 sentences, write a description of a person with the help of the hints given below. Okay, so some of the hints are given below. You have to write maybe in 6 or 7 lines a description of to whom is being talked. The name is not given over here, but the age is 35 years. Physical features: tall, heavy, built, fair complexion, sharp nose. Nature: simple, friendly, helpful, kind. Hobbies: singing, reading. Profession: teaching. Okay, so now you have to take all these hints and write 6, 7 sentences. Name you can put by yourself. Okay, so the age is 35. Physical features: tall, heavy built, fair complexion, sharp nose. Nature: simple, friendly, helpful, kind. Hobby: singing, reading. Profession: teaching. So make 6 or 7 sentences with the given hints. We learned that in an emergency, it is very important to find out what happened before reacting. So this is an important thing that you need to understand. We learned that in an emergency, it is very important to find out what happened before reacting. If we want to avoid mistakes, sometimes we unnecessarily complicate situations because we are influenced by our wrong beliefs. What is it? Sometimes this is from the story. This is from the story. You need to relate it with the story. Sometimes we unnecessarily complicate situations because we are influenced by our wrong beliefs, lack of knowledge, and fear of even harmless things. The simple problem of Raja's peace thing got complicated due to all of the above reasons. We also learned that we should be aware of untrained medicine men like the old man in the story who cheat innocent people by creating fear in their minds. These things you have to do it by yourself. Terminal questions. What do you think Raja felt when he had to sit in front of the old man to be treated for a snake bite? That need to be answered by you. Write it and send to my WhatsApp number. What do you think Raja felt when he had to sit in front of the old man to be treated for a snake bite? Second question. Why do you think Raja's grandfather did not let Raja speak? Do you approve of Raja's silence? Again, it's to be done by you. Why do you think Raja's grandfather did not let Raja speak? Do you approve of Raja's silence? Please answer this one. In your opinion, what kind of a person was the old man? Answer it. If you were the old man, would you accept the gift sent by Raja's grandfather? Give reasons for your answer. Answer it. Fifth question. Many people are afraid of snakes. Why do you fear snakes? Do you think they are right? Give reasons for your answer. So all these questions are to be answered by you. So these are the questions. After answering them, you have the answers given by the textbook itself. So you can, see the answers in the textbook and see how the answers are given by you. How the answers are given by you. Some of the answers won't be given in the textbook because that are to be individual answers. Okay, so that's the end of the class. That's the end of the chapter. Our first chapter is over. Okay, our first chapter, snake bite, is over. So these were the things that we have learned. And once again, let's go from the beginning. Yeah, snake bite, you have some objectives given. And some of the word meanings are given over here. Crawling, that means moving slowly, pulling the body along the ground. In alarm, in anxiety. Here in fear. Shell, hard outer covering of coconut or nuts. learned, gained knowledge, or cure, treatment, recite, say something aloud. Vessel, a container to hold liquid. Then these all portions we studied. Then this we studied. Yes, we studied all these. Then okay, so it's done. Okay, so you can just go through it by yourself and complete the whole chapter. So we have finished our first chapter. Next class, we will be moving to the second chapter. It is a story about a man by the name Kondiba, a blind man, and it's a very interesting story. If possible, I will take the story in between and I will put it here. So, okay, then bye bye. See you on the next class. Take care.